Hey there, folks. Tonight, I want to give a shout out to some people who have been really getting beaten up lately. Large multinational corporations. I know things have been tough in the court of public opinion on you because people have found out how horrible you are. And that must cause a lot of troubles. But I have some good news for you. Some good news that you might find surprising coming from a liberal like me. I have decided that, yes, you are people. Corporations are, without a doubt, people. Now you might think, hey, great, but let me fill you in on what being people means. Like, number one, you will now be taxed at the individual rate. That means that you'll be paying a hell of a lot more taxes. And they'll be harder to evade because now that you're individuals, it will be the regular IRS or Revenue Canada or whoever coming after you, and they don't have mercy. No corporate tax loopholes, no cushy little tax havens, nothing. If it wouldn't work for an individual, it's not going to work for you. Secondly, you will now be subject to the full weight of the entire criminal court system. That means that what you as corporations do will be judged exactly as if an individual did it. That means that doing immoral things just for the benefit of yourself, the corporation, and your shareholders will be viewed exactly like we'd view any other sociopath. After all, that's the definition of a sociopath, someone who only ever acts in their own best interest and does not care about consequences to others. So, you are going to be subject to the full weight of the criminal court system. Now, being that you're a strange kind of person that doesn't have one single body, we will do the next best thing and assume that your CEO and his board of directors are basically like the members of the Voltron team in a giant robot, and can similarly be held accountable for your actions. So whatever it is you tell the giant robot that is the corporation to do, you and the board of directors will be held directly criminally responsible for, and if it's judged that you are guilty of a crime, you will go to jail. Regular jail. The exact same jail an individual would go to if they did the same crime for the same reasons. This includes, of course, the death penalty. I think you'll agree that, courts have grown too lenient and we should really bring the death penalty back, and I think it will go to corporations first. No one really cares about you, and they figure you deserve whatever you get, so the death penalty will be applied to corporations. Now, of course, we don't actually kill people anymore. So instead, this will be a revocation of the corporation's license, its charter, the dissolution of the entire corporation as a connected body. All its assets will go to either to the people you've wronged or to the government, and the corporation itself will cease to exist. Now, in case you're having one of those sneaky sociopath thoughts right now of, I'll just transfer everything to a shell corporation or change the corporation's name or something like that, ask yourself how well that would work for an individual. an individual that had committed a heinous crime. Not that well, would it? Do you really think Jeffrey Dahmer's family has all his money? And for the purposes of what exactly is your corporation, it is everything that your corporation and its members can exert influence over. So it doesn't matter if it's an account in your wife's name, unless you're willing to swear that your wife never, ever, 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 ever does anything you say, in which case you're probably full of shit anyway. You can exert influence over that, and therefore it's part of the corporation. Oh, I should clarify. This seizure will involve not just the corporation's assets, but of course the personal assets of everybody at the top. You know, the CEO, members of the board, etc. Because of course the whole idea of law is to provide disincentives, and therefore, you know, the people who made the decision to make the giant robot do the horrible thing have to be punished. You see where this is going? Finally, and I think you'll find this one especially exciting, that means that all corporations, who are, of course are now individuals, are eligible for the draft. Military service. This will be especially true for defense contractors, who of course are really dedicated to the defense of the country, and therefore will have no problem volunteering some of their highest executives to go and fight the wars they profit from. As you can see, your new life as people is going to be a very excitingly different one. And unless you're willing to take on all that I have mentioned tonight, and all that I've left out that applies to people and not corporations, maybe you should stop trying to pretend corporations are people. Because if they are, there's a lot that's going to change. That's all from me for tonight, folks. I'll talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye.